Hey, y'all, and welcome back to the Quiet is Kept podcast. I am your host, Shawnti Refuge. I am a master certified mental health coach, author of the best selling book, Quiet is Kept. And if you haven't read it, you are missing out. And I am a journaling advocate. This podcast is where we unpack the conversations we've been totally quiet, especially in the Black community. Each episode dives into topics like trauma, self love, healing, and mental wellness with honesty and heart. So grab your journal and get ready because what we keep quiet is often what we need to release. Let's get into it. So, if you are listening to this while multitasking, running on fumes, or holding your breath waiting for a break, you're exactly who this episode is for today. So, let's talk about burnout, the quiet pandemic that too many of us wear like a badge of honor. We push, we grind, we overextend, and then wonder why we're exhausted, resentful, or detached from the very lives we're working so hard to maintain. I have been there, honey. I was a high achieving, high performing, highly burnt out woman who didn't know I was allowed to rest until my body told me to stop. And I ain't have a choice because my body just went flat and I just had to, you know, follow. So let me tell you what burnout really looks like because burnout isn't always a breakdown. Sometimes it looks like snapping at the people you love, feeling numb to things you used to care about, crying in your car and wiping your tears before the next Zoom call, procrastinating not because you're lazy, but because your brain is tapped out. A study by the World Health Organization defined burnout as chronic workplace stress that hasn't been successfully managed. But I believe burnout is bigger than work. It's what happens when your life becomes one long obligation. So I'm gonna tell you how I found balance, and I still fight for it on a daily basis. In my book, Quiet Escape, I talk about how journaling was the first time I gave myself space to just be. No performance, no perfection, just present with myself and my thoughts. And that's where balance begins. It's not with a perfect planner or a vacation, but with honest reflection and permission to rest. This, give yourself permission to rest. So I'm going to give you 5 tips for reclaiming your balance. Number one, start your day with intention, not emails. Give yourself 10 minutes to check in before checking in on others. And when I say check in, I mean check in with yourself. Do a body scan. Start from head to toe or toe to head and listen to your body. Listen to what it's trying to tell you. And then after that 10 minutes is up, then you go check on somebody else. Number two, schedule your rest like you schedule meetings. Don't wait for time to rest. Protect your time to rest. Number three, learn your energy rhythm. Are you a morning person, a night owl? And then plan accordingly. Me personally, I am more of a night owl. I do not like mornings. I'm not a morning person, but I have to get up in the morning. And I thank God that He let me wake up every morning. But I prefer, I think my creativity and my productivity comes best at night. Number four, say no and say it with your chest. You don't need to be exhausted to be valuable. Number five, and one of my favorites, use journaling to track your emotional temperature. If every entry starts with I'm tired, then believe yourself. So here are your journaling prompts. Number one, where am I most overextended in my life right now? Number two, what belief do I have about rest that needs to be unlearned? Number three, what does balance look and feel like for me? Not Instagram, not Facebook, or whatever social media you're on. What does it feel like for you? Not what somebody online says it should be. Happen to you. And now it's time for my journal bait Q&A. And the question of the day is, how do I rest when my mind won't slow down? Oh, baby. The answer to that, start small. Don't associate rest with just sleeping. Rest can be silence, stillness, or softness. Try a journaling wind down at night. Open your notepad, do a brain dump, or ask yourself, what do I need to let go of before I sleep? And write it down. Once you write it down, you release it because your mind deserves rest just as much as your body. What good is your body getting rest and your mind isn't? All right, that's it for today's episode of the Quietest Kept podcast. Baby, burnout is real, but so is your right to peace, rest, and restoration. I invite you to visit my website, ShawntiRefuge.com, for journaling tools, one on one coaching, and get your copy of Quiet as Kept. You don't have to do it all to be worthy. Until next time, protect your peace and stay grounded in your truth.